So let's see. Jussie Smollett attacked by MAGA supporters. Now, this is a thing about black people talking and not doing shit.
Come on, man.
We're gonna approach this
as sensitive as we possibly can.
Yes.
So, that being said, okay, here's the deal.
Okay, what's up?
I'm so glad I'm not alone with this shit.
I'm gonna just say, when I first, I'm gonna take it as I face value. When I first heard about it, I had questions. I was like, this doesn't quite seem 100% on par. Like, something about this story seems really not quite together, and that's without me. Like, I haven't done any research, and I haven't really checked anything.
Right.
And then yesterday, I was listening to the Joe Budden podcast, and they was talking about this shit, and then they had putting some more details about some of the shit, and it was still like, this shit really still. It seems like something happened, yes, and I think he did get attacked. I don't know if it happened the way it happened. They're saying it did. At least that's how I felt when I first heard about it.
I'm taking everything at face value until like the actual evidence comes in, but
it feels weird.
It does. Yeah. Not gonna lie, cause
something's off. I don't know why.
All right, so I've been to Chicago one time, right?
Yeah.
So me going to Chicago, I've seen firsthand this like divide with Chicago. It's like it's still the Midwest, right? So it's like really black on one side. Really it's like mixed in the middle, and then it's real white on one side. It's like it's really no in between. So that part that you see in Chicago is like all these gangs and shit.
Yeah,
that's one part of Chicago.
Yeah, it's like one
another part of Chicago is it's a lot of white people, a lot of Italians, you know, and shit like that. Right now, exactly, some shit like that. So in my head, Chicago is still Chicago, so I wouldn't be outside at 2:00 in the morning going nowhere to get nothing to eat. If you're going to a hotel, there's Uber Eats, all types of shit. I mean, no one should feel that safe. I don't give a fuck of your status or whatever. Like, I don't feel safe in Bridgeport a lot of times, and I grew up there. I can go to certain sides of town, certain times of night. I know not to go where I don't know niggas. You know, I don't walk around, like, I don't put myself in them predicaments where it's like, yo, it's mad late, niggas is out mad late. Some shit might happen to me. Somebody might recognize me and then still want to do some shit to me. So if these MAGA supporters attacked him, they were looking to do some shit to whoever the fuck. It just happened to be him. So they saw him. Hey, ain't you that maggot that maggot N-word from Empire, right? So they beat him up, poured bleach on him, put a noose around his neck. Nobody just has a noose and bleach in the tuck. So they wanted to do some shit to somebody, right?
Yeah.
Now, if it got that extreme on a late night, it's possible. But to be carrying around that shit, like, where did they pull it? Like,
in negative below weather?
No, it wasn't negative at that point, but
it was probably really cold.
They had to have a car or a truck nearby, right?
Yeah.
To like, Rodney, go get the bleach.
Yeah.
Go get the fucking noose or whatever. And then they beat him up, put a bleach on him, put a noose around his neck. He goes to the hospital.
But he kept the noose on for like 5 hours.
Broken ribs.
He didn't go directly to the hospital.
But
he didn't call the police immediately. He called his manager and shit. He waited like 45 minutes. Like, there's a lot of time gaps between.
It does seem strange.
Yes.
But I would assume none of us in this room have been in that predicament. So the trauma of that would be something. So, and then, you know, when something happens to you, you don't want to, you start touching shit. You got to call the cops. You got to do this, that. You don't want to tamper with evidence type of shit. Cause I don't know. I know you're about to say something, but I don't know. I'm just saying, I wouldn't hold a noose around my neck just walking around town for hours on end, but I've never been in that predicament where I've had
somebody beat the shit out of you, put a noose around your neck and
bigots attack me on some shit.
True.
Like, have any of you ever been called a nigger?
Like a nigger?
To your face, like nigger, hard ER.
Like with the aggression
with the aggression of I hate you
from somebody that's not
your
black.
Skin. Yes.
No, for somebody that's not black. No. I mean, like, in an aggressive way.
Yes.
Not that I can. No.
Okay.
Nah, because niggas know better.
We've never had that. So he's walking. His mind is on getting something to eat.
Yeah, I'm getting Subways.
And he gets attacked and called
get some chicken teriyaki.
A gay slur and a racial slur. Nigga, I just want some fucking food.
That's one too.
So it happens. It could have lasted all of a minute. Because fights don't last that long, right?
I mean, unless you're getting fucked up by two different niggas, it might last that long.
It might seem like it lasted. It could have been like a minute and a half.
Yeah.
Like something like that. But just, I'm thinking from like the traumatization of it, maybe you really don't know what to do. Everybody doesn't have the same sense we have, or just like no one thinks the same. So I don't know why he did it. If the story turns out to be a lie, it would eventually come out like, yo, this nigga's bullshitting. Yeah. And Chicago is that big of a metropolitan city that there's cameras everywhere.
Even that's skeptical, because he just had a video on the Shade Room where he said,
I feel like I'm sure my lawyer's sitting up there like, no, Jussie, no, shut the fuck up and sing. Daryl, I'm sorry. There's just a couple of points that I wanted to make really quick. Just because it's 4 points. My little sister is literally like Olivia Pope, like she's in the back. I was bruised, but my ribs were not cracked. They were not broken. I went to the doctor immediately. Frank Gatson drove me. I was not hospitalized. Both my doctors in LA and Chicago cleared me to perform, but said to take care, obviously. And above all, I fought the back.
Is it some bullshit? Okay, see, now that's contradicting when you said you waited like 40 minutes to call the cops.
Niggas are allowed to change their story and not be in full.
I can't give him that.
Nigga, everybody's not that cognizant when something that traumatic happens to them. Like,
so you tell me, what do you think you would do? So if you was just walking, some niggas jumped you, poured bleach on you, and put a noose around your neck, what are you gonna do? What do you personally do you feel like you would do?
If that was to happen to me,
you're calling the cops, right? That's like your first call, probably.
That would probably be my first call. Like, help! I just got beat up. Something happened to me. Call somebody. It wouldn't be to call my manager or call someone that's not someone of authority or like medical that can't help me.
And especially if you want to preserve evidence, you want to get the cops there sooner.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't want to take the noose off because I don't want to mess up the evidence. And then you walk around with it, back to the hotel with the noose on. You didn't stay in the area where you got beat up at and wait for the cops because you didn't call the cops right away. It preserved the area so they can canvass and maybe bring some dogs and try to smell and see if they can catch a scent from the people that attacked you and try to catch the people. Like, this 45 minutes is a good chunk of time to get people to whoever might have beat you up to get away.
Yeah, and then I don't know, man. But I've been to call a nigga one time my whole life.
In an aggressive way?
It was said to me, like, all right, so I was dating this Puerto Rican chick, right?
Oh, shit.
And if someone's Spanish out there, Spanish, Latino, something, I need to know what it is with, like, Spanish people from their native countries hating, like, black people. Like, I just need to know, because when, like...
Colorism.
Yeah, but, like, why?
Because...
Like, I understand, like, why...
you know why.
I understand why white people hate black people.
No, it's not just white people. It's all around the world.
I'm talking about, but just, like, people, like...
Colorism.
Yeah. There's certain...
The dark-skinned colors are not considered beautiful around the world. That is just a plain fact. Okay. So if you bring somebody very dark, a black person, that's a thing. But they want their children to be light. That's a thing.
Here's my thing, right? So I am not the darkest of the dark.
No, you're not, but you're still a nigga. But you got the nigga in you.
Don't matter.
Okay, so I was dating this Spanish chick, right? I came over, went upstairs to her room. Yo, you hungry? Yeah. She went downstairs and fixed me something to eat, right? Her father lives in the basement, right? I guess he saw me come in the house. I greet him every time I come in. I mean, he gave his kids the actual rooms and shit, so he lives in the basement. So every time I come in the house, I greet him. Sir, how you doing? He don't say shit to me.
Yeah, cool. You're a nigga.
Exactly. So I'm upstairs in the room. I'm chilling. I'm watching TV. All of a sudden, I hear them arguing at the base of the stairs, right? Now, mind you, she has a son. Her son is half black.
Oh, see,
right?
Keeping all these niggas around.
No,
Peaching that negro.
That's so. I would think you would have that same energy across the board. Like, hey, my grandson's black. I don't really rock with him like that.
You know what? I don't even fuck with you, little nigga.
Like that. Half of you, I'm cool with. Other side,
I don't fuck with you half the time, little nigga.
But they were arguing at the base of the steps, and I'm kind of ear hustling this shit, right? So, and I hear like they're arguing or whatever, and then he said, "You let this nigger in my house?" He says it like twice. Like, you let this nigger in my house? You got this nigger upstairs? I'm like, oh, this nigga's wildin'. So I'm like, yo,
what up?
I don't got nothing on me. Fuck. I'm about to go fuck this thing up. So I just stay in the room air hustling, right? And then she comes upstairs. She's like, you heard all that shit, right? I was like, yeah. I'm you know, it was crazy. She's like, if you want to leave, you can. And I was like, no.
I'm about to blow your back out for your dagger here.
Dog, that's my whole thing. So I like formed like the Infinity Gauntlet, but like on my pangas. I formed the Infinity Pangas.
Fucking put this snapped on her.
Dog, that was top 3 performances I've ever had in my life. Exactly. I tried everything to make her scream as loud as she could and come as many times as she could. Yeah. Just for your father. All right, I'm gonna show you a nigga. Exactly. I'm gonna show you a nigga right now. I got you. But
what you were saying about that, how certain Puerto Rican people feel that way about black people. I actually asked the Puerto Rican I was dating about that shit. Her family wasn't like that, but I just asked her, like, well, why they be like that? It's because some of the Puerto Ricans, not all of them, but somebody whoever watching this can write in the comment section and let me know. Because this what I was told from a Puerto Rican. Yeah. They told me because some of them, they want to adapt to that Spaniard side. Mm-hmm. But the funny thing about it is that Spaniards will spit on Puerto Ricans if they got a chance. Yeah. I've talked to older Puerto Ricans about this, and they said the same thing. This older dude that I used to work with, he was like in his like 50s or something like that. He was like, yeah, my mother used to be mad racist. She don't want to come to America. Like she just, you know, she just...
It's like she's stuck in her ways. Like,
yeah.
That's how you brought up.
Yeah, so that is a thing. They're trying to adapt to their Spaniard side, but the Spaniards will spit on them if they ever see them. They see them as fucking like half breeds, like fucking moolies or some shit like that.
Traitors and shit. Like I don't
not traitors, just mutts. Yeah, they see them as mutts.
Yeah, I just don't personally get how Spanish people like you damn near fight the same fight we fight.
But it's not just Spanish. Like
it's not just Spanish people.
Asian people. You see fucking Jamaicans fucking on these things with the what was it? Vibes? Not Vibes. Maybe it's a Vibes. Whatever. Fuck.
Oh, the fucking bleaching creams.
Yeah. Like it's just like it's a colorism thing. It's like for whatever reason, like the African thing, like it changed it. Is fucking in the like Korea, like North Korea, South Korea, like fucking there's dark Asian people, but they fucking bleach their skin out there too. Yeah. Like whatever it is, it's just like. They want the lighter is better.
It's like Dominicans keep saying they're not black,
but they are.
Ain't no black. I know black.
No,
but Haiti right the fuck there, dog.
Dog, you black.
Like
yo,
you can't tell me that you're not black. Like, all life is touching Haiti.
If all life started on Africa, where the fuck y'all think y'all from?
Yeah,
y'all
we all.
So you have dark skin, but you're from like your ancestors are from where? Yeah. Where do you think you're from? Tell me where you think you're from.
Yeah,
all right.
Like honestly, being real, like. Being Puerto Rican and Dominican, that's really not even a race. Unless your mother fucked the whole country, you're not Puerto Rican. That's your nationality. That's your culture.
Saying that to a Puerto Rican.
That's not. I'll say it straight up. If that dude was as black as me, saying that
dog, nigga. If I gonna denounce my whole race,
I'm about to see mad black and yellow.
I just always think that's
like
funny. I just always thought that was funny when they say, "Oh, I'm Dominican." Okay, like your mother fucked the whole country. Like,
I mean,
that's what happened.
I mean,
she might have. I don't know her life.
It's that divide with them too. It's like you can't call a Puerto Rican Dominican and vice versa. You can't call a Jamaican Haitian. It's like
well, I get that.
I mean, it's all cultural, but we all black at the end of the day. Like we all family except for these Yakubians. We gotta protect us.
Well, even white people have different. I mean, if you call like an Italian or
like,
Irish,
they'd be like,
fuck, nigga.
Yeah. So I mean, everybody got pride for where they from a bit. It's just disruptive when it's like, oh, don't bring black people around me, or you can't. Why you dating black? Like this shit like that. That's where it gets fucked up.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that shit's fucked up. But back to this nigga getting beat up and
back to Jussie.
Preserving his evidence.
Nobody knows the actual
truth. We even get to that?
I don't know.
I don't even remember.
I just asked the question.
Oh, shit happens. Like,
but back to Jussie.
And his nigga name is Jussie.
Yeah, I thought his name was Jesse.
Jussie.
Yeah, me too.
The whole time, I'm like. Jussie. Nah, it didn't make sense to me. I was like, am I reading that shit right? Like,
nah, it's Jussie.
And then like every time I see shit like that, it makes me look at the keyboard like, is the E near the U?
Niggas just fucking this up.
Yeah, the niggas just fucking this up. Like, nah, the nigga name's Jussie.
Jussie.
I was like, all right, but nobody knows the real story.
Yeah, like I'm hope
prayers to
my
him.
suspicions are wrong, but
yeah, but like, what do you think it might have been? Do you think just him being in the moment and just like forgetting shit, and then as days go, like certain shit is coming back, or is it just like a big fib?
No, I think it's a big fib. Like what I was saying, I was listening to the Joe Budden podcast, and they was talking about some shit, and like one of the things they were saying, like it was maybe like a lover's quarrel type of thing going bad, and like he got beat up, but probably not by whom he got beat up. Extent, or not by whom he said he got beat up. So he probably got beat up by by some boyfriend or some dude, some shit, and
that's dangerous.
And then they obviously they covered it up. Because like if you say, oh, it's a racist and a homophobic thing, you're not gonna question. You're not gonna question.
Yeah, because that's the fucking Emmett Till effect.
Yeah, you're just gonna say it, and it was like nobody's gonna question it, and you move on. Not like, oh, I was trying to fuck some dude's boyfriend, and then they got mad and they beat me up. Even though if that's the case, why you wouldn't just say that? Because like we know you're gay, so I don't know if that was why that would be a big deal.
But to target him at going towards Subway at 2:00 in the morning, like who knows he's there?
Yeah,
like he had just got off a flight. Matter of fact.
Yeah, and he was just like.
How'd you know he was coming out?
Yeah,
like at 2 a.m. Like that's kind of like.
But even
rare.
That's why I'm thinking like the racist shit is like, yo, I just want to do something to
somebody.
I don't give a fuck who it is. Then they just happen to recognize him.
Well, that's random, and they wait till 2:00. Like you can do that. You gonna.
That's when the bars let out.
So they was just drunk. So niggas just drunk, walk around with bleach in the news.
Wait, so he was near? They were near bars and shit.
I haven't done that much research. I just know the fucking
beat up in a bar.
I just know what has been reported. Where it was like I'm going to Subway. I was attacked. That's what I'm thinking. Like I want to do something to somebody. Me and my boy are drunk. We want to hurt somebody. Aren't you that gay black dude from fucking Empire? Let's do something to him.
You just walk around with a noose and bletch.
Go to the whip. You go get the shit. Put the noose on him. Hey, this is MAGA country. Yeah, we gotta start beating up MAGA people. I'm sorry.
No, we don't.
Yeah, we
don't. Because we don't.
That fucking nonviolent approach. Nah,
it's not about nonviolence.
Yo, black people too nice, man.
It's not about the nonviolence because then once you start doing that, first off, that gives them carte blanche to return the favor, and we're already having this issue with somebody just getting attacked.
So how long are we supposed to just sit back and let the law take care of it?
So we got
maybe the law could have fucking take care of it if he didn't wait 2.5 hours to fucking report it.
I don't give a fuck about nothing.
They might have been able to give a fuck.
This is true.
Me, you, or you. Law don't give a fuck about you.
That's not true.
So, in most cases, the law don't give a fuck. They judge you based on how you look first.
True.
You may, this nigga work where he work, you work where you work, I work where I work. They see all three of us together, we a gang.
Oh, gang.
Oh, yeah.
See? Niggas screaming out gang. And we get shot, then what?
Nah, real shit. They used to do that shit at the mall.
What the fuck do people gonna listen to?
They used to do that shit at the mall. Like, what was this? This was like...
You can't be in groups more than 4.
5 or 4 or 5, yeah.
It was like 7 years ago. Me and my boys was at the mall. We was just sitting there. And then security told us like we had to leave. I was like, wait, it's a group of white people right there in front of Abercrombie and Fitch. You ain't fucking with them, but you fuck with us?
Nah, because you're niggers.
Well, I mean, it's a good reason because a bunch of these dumbass niggas was just got into a fight in the mall.
Yeah, at the mall.
Yeah, they were doing
so they was smart. They might have been ahead of the curve, nigga.
They was smart.
They might have been ahead of the curve, nigga. I'm just saying.
Where's your MAGA hat, Hush?
I don't got one. I'm whatever. But,
we gotta start beating up MAGA people.
No, you don't. Because then you know better than these niggas then. On top of that, like, then,
I'm okay with that sometimes.
Nah, we gotta be a little better.
Sometimes you gotta be Martin, sometimes you gotta be Malcolm, man.
Because then it's just gonna escalate, right?
Eye for an eye leaves the whole world blind. Some niggas need not see.
Nah, nigga, it's not. That's not the right approach. I don't think that's the right approach.
So they're gonna keep whooping our ass and saying all this wild shit, and we just supposed to take it like, no, we shall overcome.
How many people got whipped?
I'm just saying, like, where you see white people openly having MAGA hats, and you know what that MAGA hat represents, and then if this nigga's story is correct, where it's like, yo, this is MAGA country.
Yeah.
So they're against Mexicans, they're against homosexuals, they're against black people. So you're gonna wear that hat knowing what it represents, and when I see it, I'm not supposed to smack fire out you. Like, I wish a nigga would wear a MAGA hat around me. I'm not saying like I'm just gonna be walking around just smacking people with MAGA hats, but I'm just saying like it's a certain energy that comes around with that shit. You proudly wearing that shit. Like, why? You like you're putting it, you're just putting it in my face of like, yo, I'm racist and I don't care.
Yeah.
I want, like, that basically says I want to
racist.
So you rather not know?
Yeah.
Sometimes,
I'd rather know where you stand.
Yeah, I was just saying, you can be racist.
I don't want to walk around angry all the time, man. That's
Why are you angry?
Fun.
Yeah.
If someone has a MAGA hat, that wouldn't set you off?
No, it don't. A lot of this shit don't piss me off. Maybe I'm just me. I've been through way too much shit to let some little shit, a fucking hat, get me upset.
I don't know.
That's just me.
Set me off, but it will put me on guard. If I see somebody with a hat, I'm like, I know what you about. I know I'm not gonna fuck with you. Now, if you come up to me and start some shit, that's what I'm saying. Different. That's different. If niggas is like in your face and wilding, but I'm not gonna. If I see a nigga with a MAGA hat, I'm not gonna just roll up and start still on them.
People are too comfortable. They're too comfortable because they wear them hats because they know nothing's gonna happen. When shit start happening, then them hats start getting worn less and less. It gets worn around your own community and your own people.
No, they
niggas are too comfortable out here with their racism.
You start doing that, they take the hats off and put the hoods back on. Nigga, that's different.
Well, not even that.
When the last time you see the hood out in the open?
That's the thing. So you want them to do that?
Still do that.
You don't know who's who?
Yo, I've never seen a hood in my life.
Yeah, because we live in fucking the East Coast up north. They niggas
thought I saw a MAGA hat at work. I was about to lose my whole job.
They still have Klan rallies. Nigga, Klans be fucking doing protests down south. We don't live down south.
It's the same shit. They just don't wear their fucking hoods there.
That's the point. But the hat is easy to recognize. Nigga fucking be racist and just fucking wear a hat and you be like, oh snap, son.
I don't know, man.
Now you know, but if you just see a random white person, you're not gonna know if they racist or not.
Yeah.
Ground, air, ground.
Ground, air, ground. Now you're right about that. Ground, air. You got ground, air, ground people, but
I'm telling you, it works.
You know. Yeah.
So let's get off that. It's enough race talk.
Yeah.
It's the first time on the show.
Black History Month.
Yeah, no,
it's very fitting.
Shout out to Black History Month.